Oh my God. Oh yes, it is correct. You are not seeing something you haven't. That shouldn't be too shocking. We're streaming right now. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We are on Instagram. Should be on TikTok too. The plan was to get on TikTok. Apparently, I'm short 100 followers. We're gonna have to do a call to action to fix that. But it's been a while, folks. Oh my God, it's been a while. Oh man, I think a lot of folks are gonna be surprised to see a notification coming on. Because they haven't seen SeeJeanty on Chris Jeanty. Love SeeJeanty on. Yeah, take a look, guys. It's a little different. Take a look. Got some professional vibes going on. I got a Kevin Samuels thing going on. I got the lights going on here. Take a look at that. What is up? We're not gonna be on too long, guys. I just wanted to pop on here real quick. While I'm here at the warehouse. We're in the warehouse here in Florida, and I just wanted to pop up here real quick just to kind of, Salut Munyo. There's been a lot of stuff happening in Haiti, a lot of stuff happening in the business environment, a lot of things that I wanted to come on and talk about and chat about, but life has not given me the time. Life has not given me the time. I just wanted to pop on real quick and let you guys know what the plans are, what the timeline is. And where are we going? Because there is a 100% desire for me to continue to do what we've been doing, which has been to. By the way, I gotta get used to this. By the way, seeing the webcam, we repositioned it. It's not above. And of course, you guys watching right now on IG, my eyes are gonna be looking a little higher. You have to get used to that. I have to tell you. Though I could probably fix that. Actually, I could probably fix that. Probably raise it up like this or something. We'll work on that. Next stream will be a little better. I want a desire to continue with, what makes what we have here special, which is a place where, quite frankly, maybe the only place I know online where we give a unique perspective, a deep perspective on what's happening in Haiti. For folks to understand, you can be Haitian, you can be non-Haitian, right? But it's a place for us to give context to things, but most importantly, put it in the right context. Because at the end of the day, listen, I'll tell you what. At the end of the day, love us or hate us, Haiti, we're going to be where we need to be. Love us or hate us, Haiti is going to find its spot where it should be, a place where it works. And it works for all Haitians. I'm not being hyperbolic. Not most Haitians. Every single Haitian, Haiti will work, right? And so, knowing that, right? In the meantime, how do we understand things? How do we interpret things? How do we move forward with what we now know, so that collectively, we're doing what we need to be impacting Haiti in the right way. And just be clear, and this is something I've evolved in understanding, right? It's doesn't necessarily have to be Haiti and Haiti. We can have impactful, vibrant communities where we are. Maybe America, maybe Canada, maybe Chile, maybe Brazil, right? We can have impactful communities where we are. It does not necessarily have to be in Haiti. This is an evolved stance. Though I will continue to be impacting. And of course, the intent of this channel always will be, how do you impact in Haiti and do so successfully, right? And I think that's one of the reasons why we have what we have here, right? The shirt I'm wearing, what's behind my back here at Haitian, the brand that is bringing products directly out of Haiti under hyper distribution, which is bringing all products, whether it's a Haitian brand or not, out of Haiti, and we're pushing and we're finding a way forward. We're doing well. So I want to say quick what's up to a few folks. I see Joffrey Pierre in the house. What's up? We got recession-proof accident question. I'll hit you up. I'll respond I'll respond to you in a minute, but certainly happy to have you here real quick. We have a couple folks in the IG chat. I want to say what's up to Mano Bay real quick. What's up? And of course, feel free, drop a comment, guys. I know it's been a while, and you guys probably forgot this is a conversation we're having. So feel free, and we're not going to be staying too long, but feel free and drop something. Because we're still here. We're still here. And so that's the point of the channel. And so I've been contemplating and thinking about how exactly do we move forward? How exactly do we keep that mission going, despite the fact that I haven't been in Haiti as much, right? And it's I want to be very clear. I'm not in Haiti because of the insecurity, though certainly that hasn't helped. Your man, listen, let me run through the updates. Your man, we got wife and I, we're so happy that we have a 10-month-old little girl who's just been the jewel of our eyes, and we've just been extremely happy to have her. We have baby number 2, and I can tell you right now, last baby coming. Wife is 8 months and some change, and that's going to happen real soon. And when that happens, for sure, I'm going to be AWOL for a little bit as we get, used to our sleep cycles being messed up again and everything. But so that's been number 1, being here, and I'll be honest, it breaks my heart to be in a way, because I always envisioned and always had the desire, for my kids to be born in Haiti. But the reality is that between living in Haiti for multiple paydocks, and then the increased insecurity, it was a concern of mine that when the due date came, we may not be able to hit the streets. We may not be able to go on the streets and go to the hospital. No matter where you are, Haiti is that unpredictable. Port-au-Prince specifically is that unpredictable. And because of which, that really influenced, the forced decision to be stateside, for the births. Sad, but it is what it is. But trust me, we're going to be, we're eyeing to get passports for the kids. And as soon as the kids reach a minimum age, I'm thinking at least 1. We want the kids to be experiencing Haiti directly, experiencing IT directly in all its forms. And certainly we do hope the security situation improves. But however it is, we're going to be, listen, I've never been on a plane where the entire plane is empty. Now, am I going to tell someone for the first time to go to Port-au-Prince right now the way it is? Actually, I've been actively telling folks not to. Now, that said, I tell them instead go to Cap Haitian. Cap Haitian is vibrantly doing its thing, vibrantly having late night. You can be out 12:33, 4 o'clock. Heck, I know a lot of folks who've moved from Port-au-Prince to Cap Haitian and are doing decently for themselves, right? So Haiti is not, as much as folks are going to try to paint Port-au-Prince as the entire country, it is a big part of the country. But there's still parts that I still right now would actively tell folks to get on a plane right now and don't even have an itinerary. Just get on a plane and you'll be all right. But that said, so the kids have been the number one issue, number one update. And secondly, hyper distribution, right? The company that, listen, we're to the corner of the warehouse, or we're in the warehouse right now. We're bringing products out of Haiti. Let me show you some of the branded products we got here. In fact, I'll be able to start saying, this episode has been brought to you by SeeJeanty, right? We have, I'll show you right here. You guys can see it. We have Jonjon, right? Jonjon. This is get out of Haiti. If it's a something size brand, they won't have that. If it's not out of Haiti, we have Haitian black castor oil, right? That's still part of the inventory, right? Still part of the inventory. Right? Haitian black castor oil, right? We have. This is a new product. It's literally coming out. Literally, it's not even, it's en route to Amazon, something like that. It's en route to Amazon. And within literally, I'd say give it 2 weeks. LTL takes so long to get to your warehouse. Okay, it's really annoying. But, we have right there, G Shilla, the good G, I know. GP, I mean. Oh, bomb guy knit. Right there, right? En route. Bomb guy like that, man. Original, right? We have the top seller. The top seller, Haitian cassava. The top seller, Haitian cassava. All right, the top seller, right? Right, and of course, this is a new edition. I'm experimenting with this here. So far, the feedback's been pretty good. I haven't gone all in on the blue chocolat yet. I haven't gone in 100% with the blue chocolat just yet. Just because I'm trying to see, because it's real chocolate and it can melt, right? And so I'm waiting for the feedback for the reviews on Amazon to see. I don't want, if the ratings start to tank, I'm going to pull it and not sell it on Amazon. Probably still sell it locally through our supply chain here through South Florida. But I'm seeing how, so far, I haven't seen any negative feedback on the blue chocolate. I'm seeing real positive stuff. Personally, it's the best blue chocolate I've ever had in my life. I wouldn't be selling it if I didn't stand behind it. But this is, again, a newer product, and we're doing very well with it, right? Let me put this. Where was this? Was that over here? Yeah, let me put that back where it was. All right. And so that's someone's calling. We'll call them back. And that's kind of where, let me put that back up here. And that's what your boy's been up to. We've been pushing Haitian products and the Simple Science brand very aggressively. And, that's the infrastructure is in Haiti, but our revenue is U.S. right? And so I've been here pushing it, and I tell you guys all the time. I think you guys have to appreciate that I'm not a mediaist. I don't find any personal necessity to be on camera. There's some people who are attention seeking, and part of their DNA, just think Kanye West, right? So, they go with the part of their DNA, they got to be in the spotlight. They have to be. Quite frankly, 10 years from now, I guarantee you, I'm not, SeeJeanty will still be here, but I won't be in front of it. That I can promise you. And whenever I'm faced with the dilemma of business venture versus media, unfortunately, I'm going to pick media every time. I tell folks I'm an entrepreneur first that does media, right? And there is a necessity for the lack, given there isn't anyone doing what we're doing here. So I do it, and that's ultimately the part of the entrepreneurship DNA. See a problem, see the solution, see no one providing the solution, and then provide that solution, right? And that's what's happened, right? It's not the first time it's happened. I remember when I first moved to Haiti and we were doing content. I took almost a 6-month break, so I can focus on, at the time, which is a staffing company, and we're still there. We're still doing what we're doing. We're still outsourcing and working with clients across the world. So that's fantastic. But now with hybrid distribution, I needed to take a step back, really focus on what we're doing here, and it's worked out. I'm not necessarily here to log the figures of what we're doing, but if any of the shareholders, initial folks who've invested are watching, they know where we're at. They know we're doing good, and hats off to them, by the way. Folks who are, it's God. I mean, how many stories of scammers we've had in the past couple months here? Folks taking advantage of the Haitian community, and in fact, they took a chance, and invested to the tune of 130,000 plus amongst many investors. And right now, we're sitting at a spot that we're doing very well for ourselves. In fact, this is how you shouldn't be investing in something. At some point, if it's a real business, they need to stop taking investors. There's no real business that's really doing well and has real economic value happening. Okay, should want to continue to give out ownership of this incredible thing that they're trying to sell you. Okay, for money, right? And we're at a point where we've been for a long time. We've shut down. Folks have hit me up. Chris, we're looking to invest. I'm ready. We're good. Cash is not what we need, right? Now, we're still in talks with institutional investors now. We're looking to really upgrade what we're trying to do and looking at what they can provide us. Think Shark Tank, right? It's not just about the money; it's about what that particular institution can give us and improve for us in terms of what we're doing in our opportunity outlook. But my point is that we're good, and I just want to hats off to the folks who took those initial risks, the initial cause of action. And so between hyper distribution and being a family man now, it's caused, first off, I have been in Haiti to make content for quite a while. I mean, hats off to the media team that we built. We're able to produce content, but even that's chilled a little bit. Just given, again, the situation, because we're based out of Port-au-Prince, and given the situation in Port-au-Prince, I've decided to switch how my media team does content. That's why we've been doing these. We just had a video drop today on the Haitian presidents, and in fact, for the first time, it's been my voice. There's been mixed reviews on the fact that we've been using AI to do voices. I've been reading the comments, keeping track. Fortunately, and that's just the way it was. It took me a lot of research to find even AI voice that was black, right? I guess the issue really is the AI was butchering the French names. I think that's what really drove people off the wall for the most part, is the way it was butchering French names. But this episode was me and my voice, and so hopefully we'll if that works a little better, if I'm seeing a little difference, maybe I'll keep it. So that's for you guys to determine. So if you like that, if you want it to be my voice, go and smash that like button from the video. Go watch and share with a few folks. Let me know. But videos like that is what we're doing meanwhile to keep folks informed and drive value. Because I mean, quite frankly, there's a lot of presidents I didn't even know. The series on Haitian presidents and their impact, their influence. Right? I mean, listen, growing up in America, we know a good swath of American presidents. But we know very little of Haitian presidents, and that's why we wanted to do that series, and we're going to continue to do that series. There's 58 presidents, and we do 3 or 4 presidents at a time, which we try to go at a decent level. But quite frankly, it's funny. Some presidents are only been presidents are able to be presidents for a few months before they get ousted. But so it's been contests like that we've been doing, and it's been mixed bag. I do miss being in Haiti, doing that the content where I'm directly there highlighting the ventures. I do miss particularly being in the provinces and going out and really expositioning, those just being out there, just experiencing it, right? Certainly miss that, and we'll be back. We'll be back doing it. In fact, 2024. That's really the big thing I wanted to be able to tell you guys. 2024. I want to let you know we're gonna be back doing that content in Haiti. We're gonna be back expositioning in Haiti as much as possible. We're gonna be traveling in Haiti. So just so you know, we're gonna be back. However the country may be, we're going to be back. Being very careful. Don't worry, being very careful. We're going to be back. And I see a few folks. In fact, let me do something real quick. Let me share the link to the products that I showed. Let me go ahead and drop that link. And if you're watching on IG, I do encourage you to go to YouTube or Facebook or even Twitter, where we have the live stream happening. I can share. Can I share the shot? Oh, but yeah, if you're on IG, actually, what you can do is you can go to. You could add products. That'll be great because we do have a product stuff. Let me see something. Let me see the button to show. That's trivia. Well, what I would suggest for an IG, if you go to our page, I've pinned the cassava. The cassava is pinned, and if you press that, it'll take you to Amazon. And then from there, you can, navigate to see some of the other products we have by clicking Hyper Online and what we're selling. So that's the really the meat and potatoes of it. That's kind of where I've been. family will for sure, trump anything else. And so, being there for the family and has been really the priority. But but again, we're here. Listen, your boy just spent a whole lot of money, a whole lot of time preparing this, and we're gonna put it to use. And so, in the meantime, between 2024 and right now, some of the stuff coming down the pipeline, we're looking to do more lives for sure. I want to do more lives. I want to be able to answer questions on air and everything. But we're also going to do just straight up explainer videos. I want to have a deep dive conversation on Kenya, right? That's coming and that's going to happen. And this whole interventionary force that's coming, right? We're going to have a deep dive episode on that. When I say episode, literally, I have your boy invested in a brand new Sony camera, and real nice lens. So we're gonna have sit down conversations and really break down those elements. We're gonna break down elements, for example, the current state of the games in Haiti. We're gonna break that down and have a deeper dive conversation on that. We're gonna have a deeper dive on surviving, your business surviving. Because again, as I mentioned, I still have my ventures. They're still doing what they need to be doing, right? And we're going to talk about how exactly can you make that happen still, despite, right? We're going to have a conversation on that. And there's many other topics that come up, right? I still have folks DMing me all the time. Hey, Chris, I'm a teacher. Hey, Chris, we're looking at, we're trying to buy real estate in Haiti. What can we do? So we still have incredible demand on folks still wanting to be in Haiti, looking to do stuff in Haiti, and we want this channel to be a resource for everyone, transitioning, still despite to Haiti, but we want to do it safely. We want to do it safely. We want to do it smartly. We want to do it wise. It always breaks my heart when you hear these stories of folks not succeeding in their transition for various reasons. So we want to do it smart. We want to assist and maximize your chance to be successful. So a lot of these upcoming content not only will just be explainers to explain and provide that deeper depth of conversation, but they're also going to be to help in that vein of talk and conversation. Also, and then the last thing we're looking to do in these few months coming, while we're not in Haiti, we'll be bringing folks on. There's a lot of folks who are doing some great stuff. I have a few guest ideas in my mind, and I want to bring folks on and have conversations about what they're doing, how they're doing it, and how we can support them wherever we may be. So for sure, I think a big goal of mine is the Sunday show, getting that back, right? Can I even do it this Sunday, tomorrow? I don't know. We'll see. I think I have one guest in mind in particular. If that guest is available, then maybe I'll have the Sunday show, which might be a little earlier. We might do it closer to 8 a.m. or probably 8 a.m. Eastern on Sundays. We'll see. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. If not this Sunday, perhaps next, but the due date of our baby is coming pretty soon. So don't hold my feet to the fire on that. Realistically, we're probably going to really kick off and get started in October with the Sunday show being consistent again, right? And then beyond that, just randomly, I'm going to make sure your notifications on IG, YouTube, on Facebook, and just randomly we're going to be coming on, talking my shit, right? And really having a conversation in real time per what's going on, per what you guys want to talk about, right? Let me go in the chats real quick and say what's up to some folks. We got the Dodard. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Happy to see you. I'm happy to see some of the names I haven't seen in a while, man. It's good to see you guys. Callister. What's up, brother? James Lubin. Sagier. What's up? Right? And let me look through IG real quick. See what folks got. New folks. We got Nat Tat. In the chat. What's up? Who else? That's how I see so far. But so what's up, folks? And yeah, that's kind of really it. I just want to pop on here, really test. I know I sound, by the way, guys. I got this nice little mic setup going on. You guys don't see it here. Let me change it here. I got a little mic setup here going on there. I hope I sound good. A lot of money into this stuff. I hope I sound good. I hope I look good. I got a brand new webcam. It's supposed to be wide, one of the best in the industry. Your boy didn't spare anything. Make sure we're providing some quality to the content. What's up? Let me know about that. Got the lights going on in the back. Oh, the book. Almost forgot about this. Hey, man. The book, 101 Ways to Make Money. A lot of the questions that are asked to me, you can get them. They're answered already. I took time, almost a year and a half to write this because so many folks were hitting me up, and it's a lot of times it's the same questions. It's the same questions, and I didn't like the fact that between time and fatigue, I couldn't provide in depth every single time what was being asked. So I went ahead and made this here, and it's still very relevant. And a lot of the businesses because what makes this different, it's not just a bunch of ideas, right? It's literally we're taking business case studies of folks doing a variance of the ideas, and we talk about them. We talk about what they're doing. We talk about how they're doing it. And a lot of these businesses are still not 100%, but a good chunk of these businesses are still here despite everything, right? And so do check that out. I'll drop the link real quick. But if you go on Amazon, and you can go on Amazon and find that book. Just put 101 Ways to Make Money in Haiti. What's my link? I don't have the link here. I might fix that. But I'll just drop the name of the book here. 101 Ways to Make Money in Haiti. Lucrative business ideas, insightful success stories, and interesting business opportunities for visionary entrepreneurs. You can find that. You can just put 101 Ways to Make Money in Haiti. You can find it on Amazon right now. You can order it. You get the digital copy, or you can get the actual hard copy there, right? One of these days, I got to do a book signing. That's one thing I never did. Because I dropped that book right around COVID. And one of the things I was wanting to do was surely, and around that time too, we were doing a lot of meet and greets at the time. We're on our second or third meet and greet, and the plan was to, also allow that to be book signing. And so I never was able to do it because literally COVID hit like right when that book dropped. But eventually we're gonna get back into it. We're gonna try to do stuff like that in some future iteration, right? But so that's really it. I'm not gonna be staying on too long here, guys. Simple Science Brand. Visit, this episode, this live is about to you on Simple Science Brand. We're gonna be saying that sentence a lot. Growing the brand, the in-house brand. Because it really is, I've really appreciated the impact we're having because we're working with folks directly in Haiti, and knowing that each purchase does go to the folks making these products, right? It's my reason. It's my reason that I could we can make money in a million different ways, but knowing that you're making money and also you're impacting positively, not only at the micro level, but at the macro level, right? And I guess the other thing to share is, one reason why we're going to for sure be in Haiti in 2024 is the fact that we are going to be expanding domestic operations. In particular, we're looking at mango products. That's all I can say. I don't want to say any more. But we're looking at mango products in particular. I think there's an incredible opportunity in general that's always existed in Haiti, but especially since there has not been the capacity to export from Haiti to the U.S. of mango foncique. That's another topic we're going to talk about too. And what's going on? Why is that? But mango foncique has not been able to be exported, and this is the first year I believe we have been able to export. Now, what's exported, quite frankly, we export less than 5% of what we make, right? So the vast majority sits in Haiti. So even that 5% hasn't been able to leave. And so that vast majority of mangoes, really, so many mangoes just rot, right? And so we're going to be looking, the next component of hyper distribution, particularly our domestic operation. We are going to be looking to take advantage of the mango opportunity. And that's all I'm going to say for right now. But I tell you what, that is one thing that I am looking forward to involving you guys a lot more directly with as we start this venture, as we get it going, as we push our product out to stores. I'm looking forward to bringing you in on the ground level as we grow that enterprise, because I think that's one thing that we haven't really done yet, and that could be really cool. Which is, it's one thing to provide exposition and highlighting other folks' ventures, but showing you mine, right? Showing you how I move, how I operate, showing you the amount of work it takes. The fact, what is my secret sauce that has allowed me to endure and be successful, endure and build and find the right people. And despite the fact that I may not be 80, all my ventures are running correctly. What is that secret sauce? How does that look like, right? We're going to talk about that. I think 2024 is going to be really interesting because I can bring you guys in on that level, and hopefully you guys will benefit tremendously from that. So suffice to say, we're still here. Suffice to say, I appreciate you guys who still watch the content, old content, new content. We're still going to be making new stuff. Beaucoup lagi. Parce que il faut nous toujours avoir respect pour créole là. Et très important. Et pas un monde qui garde mal les créoles, ça c'est un langage qui connecte nous tous. Mais malheureusement, le langage international là, le langage des business, des affaires, et c'est anglais. C'est la raison de faire en anglais, right? Mais c'est là que nous manque des gars, nous manque créole des gars. Et simplement, nous faisons un langage qui tout le monde comprend. Et net. C'est seulement les Haïtiens qui doivent comprendre, et même les Haïtiens qui plus des incompréhensions des situations, franchement, et malheureusement pour nous. Mais, cible qui n'a essayé d'arriver à, c'est une compréhension et du monde. Et comprendre pas, voulez comprendre anglais, c'est ça, c'est le langage qui peut arriver sur un cible comme ça. So just want to give a quick. I can't be on live without saying a few words in Creole. And so that's what that just was. We just letting you folks know we're here because none but love and appreciation for Creole, but we do this because we want folks from an international perspective to appreciate, understand, and drive comprehension. But before I go, let me try to answer a question or two before I call it, right? And see, what can we talk about just briefly. Dodard has asked me, have I researched Vietnam? Very similar economic issue over the way they. I mean, listen, Vietnam's interesting because they're a country that fought a war against the West and won, right? But unlike us, they were able to immediately upon their independence connect with a world power, right? And several world powers between China and Russia and just the communist bloc, and immediately start to accelerate their economy to the point where they are where they are right now, right? And some, even though despite we beat their ass, or they beat our ass, it was our ass, America's ass, right? America's real cool with them, real cool doing business with them, close relationship, no embargoes, right? You can't really compare that because when we beat the West's ass, right, we were on a permanent embargo for decades, right? And the only way for us to be recognized by one of the bigger world powers, Russia was one of the first, if not the first, the first country to recognize us or perhaps the first in the West. Correct my history. We had to pay France, some 20 times our GDP, multiples of our GDP, many multiples of our GDP, to be recognized, right? And even then, the U.S. still didn't recognize us to another 20 years, 20, 30 years. The U.S. still wouldn't recognize us, right? And so, we had, it's not equivalent. I'm sorry to say, it's not equivalent. You can't say, oh, Vietnam, they're similar to us, but they won their war, and then they had immediate economic integration with the world economy. We did not, right? And we're suffering that to this day, because even when we're integrated to pay off a massive debt that were unfairly added on to us. And so it's not the same. And I don't think there's much parallels to grab from these guys, countries like Vietnam, except for elements like unity, except elements related to prioritizing domestic production, right? Elements that we already know we need to be doing, but we're not, right? And so, but in terms of just their story, I don't agree, Godard. I don't necessarily agree that Vietnam really has so much to provide us, right? Godard also follows up and says, "Do you believe the Haitians and Dominicans in DR don't know what SeeJeanty?" Maybe I'd be responding to someone else. I don't know if that was a question to me. Let's see what else we got. Ibonate. That's another topic. Thanks for bringing that up. The Biden program. The Biden program is something we definitely got to do a deep dive on, for sure. And in fact, your boy has experience with the Biden program because I had a Biden applicant successfully go through, right? And it took a long time. I mean, we applied on January 13th. We didn't get a response until early July, right? Then finally we got through and got the person in. And so that's another thing we're going to be talking about. We're going to do a deep dive on, which is going to be the Biden program. And that's going to be an episodic, a proper, and it won't be a live. It'll be an actual video that you guys will be able to watch and rewatch and do everything, right? So look out for that. So we will be talking about that. So I'm going to put a pin on that conversation, right? Keep hearing people visiting Haiti. I'm just waiting for the passport. Being in the South through the plane. As I mentioned, Cap Haitian is fine to visit. It takes a little expensive right now, but the Cap Haitian is fine to visit. Be out late. There's concerts happening. You have superstars coming through all the time in Cap Haitian. So no word of caution for you there. But the South through planning, that's the only. I mean, if you're gonna go to Port-au-Prince, that's the only reason to go to Port-au-Prince is to fly in, get on a smaller plane, and fly out of Port-au-Prince. Right now, until things calm down, right? Let's see. No questions. No other questions. Let's see what we had. I saw some questions in IG. So let me scroll down. If folks are still in there, we'll answer a question or two. Let's take a look at IG. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm saying a comment. But it's an important comment. If we fixed the security, Haiti could bring more tourists to build the economy. But the powers don't want that. Haiti has too many enemies. Disagreeing with you there, homie. What allies does Haiti have to help it during this crisis? Not enough. I think the biggest ally is us within the diaspora. I think us ensuring that, number one, wherever we can, each time we can, we ensure we're buying Haitian products that we know are coming out of Haiti, because that has a direct link to economic players in the country. That's the one, and that's a fact. And I've been saying this before we were doing this. You guys know I was saying this. But number two, and I've expressed it earlier, but I'll express it again. Your local areas. Little Haiti should not. I'm talking about because I'm in South Florida. Little Haiti should not be in a situation where it's being gentrified. There's no reason. There's no reason. If we as a Haitian community was doing what we should be doing, and those who are, and listen, I give the story all the time. I keep giving the story. There's a fella who owns a bookstore in Haiti, in Little Haiti. Awesomely, he had the vision and foresight to purchase the building he's in. Fantastic, great, right? His kids are doctors. My thought is, at this point, you should be in a situation where you own the whole block, right? Why do you own just a bookstore? Why don't you not own the whole block, right? The whole block of commercial, right? Between you and your doctor kids put together with others, it's about the whole block. That's how every other race owned it. There's a gentrification issue happening in little Tokyo, or little China. Sorry, little China, right? But there's little Japanese, little Tokyo, or little India, right? Well, why is it? It's only happening in black areas, right? African American areas, and Haitian areas, and you name it, right? And that's something you can solve. I think. Quite frankly, over the years, I've become much more of a staunch advocate for folks understanding that waiting, and a lot of folks, well, I'm just waiting for Haiti to get better. Well, don't wait for Haiti to get better. Work on your local area. There's a little Haiti in New York where there's no security situation happening there, right? Preventing you, there's no kidnapping happening there, preventing you from putting money together and buying a building, right? Buying some residentials, ensuring that, listen, I know technically you're not, equal housing and protection. You're not supposed to discriminate. But listen, wink, wink, you certainly, can have a preference, certainly have a way to help your people versus other folks who may completely write them off for credit scores and income. You can certainly do things that can allow them the opportunity to be rented from, right? Legal, that's not that's legal, right? And ensuring that the area stays per the namesake, right? And so when it comes to allies, and that question is a very deep question, I think, we have to be our own allies, and we have to be able to help each other, not just from a pure Haiti context, but wherever we are. When folks think of Haiti, we cannot think Kodak Black. I'm sorry, bro. Listen, Kodak Black, he recently bought a commercial building down not too far from a warehouse here in Pompano. As someone who grew up in Pompano Beach, having somebody to rep Pompano, quote unquote, I guess that's dope. But Kodak Black cannot be the representative for Haiti. Okay, God means well. Listen, respect, love. Anyone who loves their Haitian identity, we love them back. Okay, but the hip hopification, we'll make that a word. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't approve of. When folks think of Haiti, I want folks to think of Haiti specifically in the context of how they think of the Nigerian group, minus the scamster reputations that they try to put on Nigerians. We also know that Nigerians are, after Asians, the most successful, actually might even be more so, actually, for somebody who with stats, correct me. But they're right there when it comes to being very well off. They're well educated, and per income, they do extremely well. I need Haitians to be there. That needs to be our goal, right? And the way we get there is, of course, we stay on it with education. We stay with school. We stay with, getting good jobs, getting good work, right? Just like your parents tell you to, doctors, engineers, da-da-da. But also, most importantly, we help each other from a business perspective, and we support each other. Most importantly, right? Listen, in my personal affairs here, I look for Haitians. My realtor is Haitian. My insurance company, is Haitian. The folks who cut my grass, I could have picked anybody, Mexican, etc. I look for a Haitian. My electrician's Haitian. My plumber's Haitian. I go out my way. I inconvenience myself. I really do. I inconvenience myself to make sure every touch point, if where's my wallet? It's not around here. If my wallet is opening to give to someone, I inconvenience myself to ensure that I can find a Haitian and give that dollar to. Because I know through that act, I'm helping build my community and directly building more allies to eventually help Haiti. Woo! Yeah, you asked the right question. Let me stop there. And that's ultimately, it's these individual acts. I'm not here. Listen, I was asked recently, to talk about the macroeconomic issue and how do we help Haiti? What's the right plan and strategy? I leave that for the Edsard Mills. I leave that for the Kessler Farrells. Let them give these big grandiose ideas in terms of how Haiti, moves from point A to point B. Listen, I know things from an individual perspective, and if enough individuals do what they need to be doing, Haiti cannot help and to do well, and Haitians, no matter where they are, can't help not to do well and be a power that it can influence American policy, to have America do what's right in the benefit of Haiti, because to benefit Haiti is to benefit the Haitian Americans who vote a certain way, right? But we just have to get there. We just have to get there, right? So that's the right question, man. Thank you, and I certainly going much longer. Have you seen that the home construction dude? Yeah, in fact, you're talking about Sammy. I think his name's Sammy something or another, in Cap Haitian. And yeah, I already reached out to him. I already reached out to Sammy. And when I'm in Cap Haitian, we're gonna do episode. We're gonna highlight him. So I'm ready. I'm ready on it. We're already in contact with them. And again, if someone's doing great stuff, send me their IG. Send me the video. That I want to be in contact with them. I want to put them on we got a Rolodex of folks that we know of that we're going to do content with, and Sammy is certainly one of them. So thanks for that. We're in contact with them. All right. Dope reset. Definitely love the in Haiti content as well as the detail for sure. Thank you, Neighborhood Finance Guy and Neighborhood Finance Guy, doing some great stuff. Make sure to follow Neighborhood Finance Guy. I'm talking about individual success and growth, and the Neighborhood Finance Guy will assist with that tremendously. Go follow this page. He's doing great things. Do you connect with other companies that export products? Some seem to be non-responsive. Do I connect with other Haitian companies who are exporting? It depends what they're exporting. Listen, I know the real players in South Florida I know of, and the real players in South Florida aren't online. The real players in South Florida, you're not going to be able to send them a message because they just don't need to be online. The wholesale importer network is a very insular, small group that I was able to become a part of just because I was out there hustling and making moves and growing my personal network. Even as I'm talking, I have a network of over 60 stores I send to. So I was moving volume independent of that network. And when you start moving volume that large in any industry, you become noticed. And because I became noticed, I was able to have conversations with the players within that group as an equal versus as someone trying to get in, right? So I did my thing until I got big enough to where they had really two choices. Either they try to fight me or they had to try to incorporate and be part of it with me. And some of them I'm still fighting. Some of them chose to fight. But fortunately, some chose not to fight. Some chose to work together and plug right into the infrastructure I built. And that has been a winning situation for all of us involved. And so that's one. But I can quite really honestly say we're probably In America, in South Florida, that's importing products. I want to say we're the only serious one that's online. I'm going to tell you straight up the way it is. Like if they're online and they say they're exporting products out of Haiti, they're not really exporting products out of Haiti. like that. Either they're just straight up lying or they're not really doing volume. You know what I mean? Like we're doing containers, weekly containers with an S out of Haiti of Haitian food and beverage products. A lot of other quote unquote exporters, they're doing a pallet once in a while, on planes out of Haiti. Um, and so when you try to reach out to them, they're not for real like that. You know what I mean? And maybe when they first started using the website, they used it, but that they completely forgot they even have a website. And so I'm not saying it. I'm just letting you guys know the reality. There's not that many players in what we're doing, and just in a short amount of time, it's crazy. In a short amount, we've been in this business 2021 or 2022 right now. We are integrated, big volume players that quite frankly, I don't see anyone I consider competitive. Like folks who were in this business before us. When I have a chance, the rare few I have a chance to actually have conversations with, I'm shocked at how little volume they're doing. Like there's one player that honestly influenced me to get in this business. I won't say who they are. And I understood that they were selling part of within the network here in South Florida. And then, finally, we have this conversation. It takes a long time to get to that point where they give you specs and details of how their business is doing, right? And come to find out, they do a 20-foot container once in a while of their products. And I'm shocked. I'm shocked because we're doing, quite frankly, we'd be doing 53-foot containers if Haiti allowed the infrastructure, right? I mean, that's just where we are, right? But Haiti doesn't allow 53-foot containers. The largest you can do is 45-foot. And even 45-foot, I don't do anymore because not every boat that comes to Haiti can even take 45-foot containers, which is really frustrating, right? I've had influence that situation where I had a 45-foot container ready with merchandise, ready to go, but it can't leave because the boat that came doesn't have the capacity to take it. And that's how uncommon 45-foot containers are. It's sad. It's quite sad, to be quite honest with you. And so I'm at a point where everything for sure we do is 40. Even that's not really to our benefit, but we put as much merchandise we can in there. We get charged for it, by the way. We get charged. We're putting way too much stuff in these little 40-foot containers. And I'm having these conversations with quote unquote who I thought was he wasn't a competitor because they were friendly to us and very helpful, courteous, and everything. So I can't consider a competitor, but for the definitions of what a competitor is, which is another entity that does what you do, they're a competitor. And they're doing so little volume. I was shocked to this day. I'm so shocked when they told me, "Oh, we're just doing 20-foot container." And I'm like, "Yo, how are you existing?" They've been doing business for almost 10 years. Like, how are you existing? Because this business is a volume business. You understand? Food and beverage, it's a volume business, right? Because margins don't exist like that. I mean, there's other things that could have margins, but food and beverage, there's a margin. So you have to have the volume. And so when I heard they were only doing 12 sides, this damn shocked. So to answer your question, if they're not responsive, don't be surprised. Most folks, there's just there's not enough players in this domain, doing what we're doing and doing it for real. So that's why you're not getting responses. But reach out to me. Reach out to and quite frankly, I gotta be honest, I gotta get better too. There's been I probably even myself respond maybe to 50% of the messages I get just because I can tell, when someone's reaching out, what they're trying to buy. They don't need to be reaching out to me. They should just be buying it from Amazon. The volume isn't there. And a lot of folks who reach out to me when I tell them what our minimum volumes are to make it interesting to earmark. Because understand, we what we're selling here, we've already sold. I mean, it's already sold. Even before it leaves Haiti, it's already sold. And so for us to, go through the effort to, it takes us the same amount of effort to sell one thing versus 1,000 things. I'm being honest. And so a lot of folks don't understand when they reach out to me and they ask for minimums, and I tell them what it is, and they try to counter with something less. My counter is just going to be, well, come back to us when you can. But so that's why I don't necessarily respond to everything that comes through hyperdistribution as an inquiry. But I got to get better with that. I got to get better. And I've been getting better with that, actually. I've been getting better with that. I've decided to at least point them in the direction of our wholesalers sometimes when we can. So followed you for a while. Do you think it's the best moment to invest in Haiti? I think it's the best time to invest in the provinces, especially Cap Haitian. I think you can invest smartly and wisely in Cap Haitian without any issues, right? So do that, right? Do that. Is it the best time to invest in Port-au-Prince? I don't think so. Even in areas that are quote unquote safe, at any moment it may not be safe. At any moment to be successful in Haiti, you have to be, especially if you're not really of Haiti. And even if you are, you still should be in Haiti to manage your affairs and manage it directly. And the security situation in Port-au-Prince is just not there. It isn't. And so I would not advise folks to invest right now in Port-au-Prince. I'm even reluctant to even say the provinces, because so much of what you're going to need has to come from Port-au-Prince. No matter what province you are, except the ones really close to Cap Haitian. But any other province, say you're in the south, you're in Jérémie, Miagouan, Jacmel. If you're going up north, Saint Marc, Gonaïve, even Central Plateau, Inch, Mirabel, everything is going to come through Port-au-Prince. And now, even if you're not there, you're worried about the logistics of Port-au-Prince and the security and the gangs, and the fact that they can hijack containers, and they hijack containers all the time. And so I would not invest in Port-au-Prince right now, but I would advise you to invest in Cap Haitian in the north, where containers can come in and out without having to order Port-au-Prince. That would be my advice to you right now. All right. What else do you got? And the last question here on IG I have is, what do you think about the Du Nord? Actually, I'm doing poetry for me. I just mentioned that. Du Nord is Try Du Nord. I don't know. I've never heard of Try Du. I have to Google it and see where. Let me Google it. Let me see where Try Du Nord is. Let me Google it real quick. Let me take a look. Where's Try Du Nord? You spell that? How you spell that? True Du Nord. True Du Nord. I know I'm saying it wrong. Get off my back. Leave me alone. I know I'm saying it wrong. Leave me alone. All right. Where is this place? Yeah, it's right outside Old Cap. Yeah, it's like between Terre Rouge, Limonade. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, do what you got to do everything and anything. And in fact, given where you are with you're raising chicken, I mean, the reality is most of your chickens are going to come from Dominican Republic. So sorry to say. In fact, we did an episode on a chicken operation. You should go watch it. It's doing relatively well with a non-Haitian who came in. Though I consider him, if you're helping Haitians, just like Dessalines, you're Haitian. Remember, Dessalines made the Polish military personnel who were helping Haitians. Okay, so to me, you're Haitian. But we did have a non-Haitian, quote unquote, doing a chicken operation and doing very well actually. So I think you're going to be okay. Another quick question: What happened to China investing in Haiti? I don't know if China ever was investing. I think it was Taiwan that was investing in doing some of those buildings, right? But in any case, I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. I know I personally had brought that news to you guys about that. But there's so many things in Haiti. I think contracts get signed, and then an administration changes, and then nada, right? Administration changes, then nada, right? So Alina asks what's causing the security issue in Haiti. We're going to talk about that. We're going to have episodes that breaks down the security situation much more in depth. So look out for that. It's going to be happening, right? So yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to pop in. I think we've been on for maybe an hour so far. I don't know. I think yeah, exactly an hour. And so I just want to pop on real quick, say what's up to folks. Flex on the new environment real quick. Let you guys know we're gonna be doing content. It's coming back, right? I'm gonna try tomorrow. Can't promise, won't guarantee. I'll put my foot to the fire. But we're gonna try this Sunday to do something, and then October for sure. October, probably mid to late October, we're gonna be coming back with a lot more consistent, real content. Really looking forward to that. Right. So that's it. So yeah, I appreciate you guys who are here, who are just shooting shit with me real quick on a Saturday. Just per usual, I'm gonna hit you up with some stuff. This is where you can get the book. SeeJeanty.com/shop is where you can get the book, right? Oh, well, that's one. Okay, not bad. Where's my link for the store? Oh, I messed up. Yeah, my bad, guys. I was supposed to link the store. Yeah, I didn't do that. I thought I did. Let me save that real quick. Okay, there it is. Okay, and so the store, if you want to buy the 100% Haitian stuff, I showed earlier on the jonjon, the cassava, the jishila, all the stuff you see here. You go to Amazon. Hell, if you just go to Amazon and put 100% Haitian, all the 100% Haitian stuff is gonna come up just like you see it here. 100% Haitian. I should probably. Is this coming opposite for you guys? I guess my shirt's opposite too. I probably should have flipped it, mirrored it so on camera it's. Oh, but no, we're fine. I think we're fine. I think on live stream is actually coming in properly. In any case, just do check that out. If you're on IG, go into the first row. You see the cassava, and you'll be able to link to the cassava. Do got to definitely mention the Facebook group. Even while I was away, there's always a lot of stuff happening in the Facebook group. A lot of content and other folks who are doing great stuff. So do go to Facebook, hit up SeeJeanty Action Group, and join that. The private WhatsApp group has been really the bastion of Haitian economic thought theory. Great conversations, despite me not being online. And I do advise you guys to join that. And by the way, it helps support what we got going on here. Especially since we're not dropping fresh, hot content, the income there helps support particularly the salaries of our media team out there. And of course, this ain't cheap, okay? Getting this up to speed ain't cheap. And so, a little bit of, it's our Patreon, right? So a little bit that you provide there helps keep the content going, keep what we got going on here going. So do consider becoming a private WhatsApp group member. SeeJeanty.com, contact us. You see the private WhatsApp group to join. And of course, for in general, do check out hyperdistribution.com. You'll see the 100% Haitian brand. You can see what other products that we're exporting out, and you can get your wholesale order, and or otherwise get a link to where you can get online. If we do have stock that's online, and you can get it, it's on Amazon. You get it FBA in 24 hours. You'll be at your house. 48 hours, you'll be at your house. All right. So those are the usual links. Just want to pop out, throw that to you. And again, we'll be back. Again, it was great. It was good to be back at it again. Real good to be back at it again. So we're getting it there. Take it easy, guys. Peace.